Hey everybody, here at Simple Crank, and we're talking to you today about Victor hooks and our tournament setup. So what we got here is 50-pound braid tied onto our Enigma Ippon 6.6. Me fishing out of a kayak, it's better to flip with a 6.6 and be more accurate than it is with a 7.4 like you would on a boat. But rod, line is preference to yourself. Now we're going to take our bullet weight. It is here it is. It's our 1/4 of an ounce bullet weight on our 50-pound braid. We're going to run it through. Now what we're using today is going to be on our creature side of things when we're flipping bushes, flipping rock, or whatever the case may be. Any of the heavier cover brushes that isn't punching, but the heavier cover that you're flipping through, or under trees or docks or whatnot, we're going to use our 5/0 Victor hooks, EWGs. EWG stands for extra wide gap, if you don't know. So we're going to take our Victor hooks, EWG. We're going to go ahead and tie that on there with our favorite knot. All knots vary depending on person and preference, but I like to do this little twisty roundabout. I'm going to put my finger in, make a little loop, twist it 6 times. Now I'm going to push it through that little loop where my finger is, grab it, push it back through the loop, the second loop that I just made when I put it through the first loop. Get it nice and wet so you don't burn up your line. Pull it tight. It's very effective, it's convenient, and pretty simple. I've used this knot on just about everything I can think of, and I've never been more satisfied. So after I pulled it tight, I'm going to cut off this excess. Well, if I can get my fingers to work. And then I'm going to take my lighter, which I do not see or have. Actually, I do see it. I'm going to take my lighter and I'm going to light the end of that, just to not only get the rest of it down, but by burning this only on the braid, burning the braid on that frail end that you just cut that excess line off, it kind of burns it into like a little ball, which helps keep it from getting undone. It's almost like an extra little safety measure I do when it comes to braid itself. So now I got my bullet head weight and I got my EWG 5/0 simple cranking hook. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my favorite bait. Mind you, this there again, this is on my cranking rod, or not my cranking rod, but this is my personal setup that I love to use when it comes to flipping in a kayak, underneath the trees, under docks, creature bait. This is the setup that I use. Now when I'm using worms, anything other than the 10-inch curly tail worms, I'm not going with a 5/0. When it comes to regular worms, stick baits, whatnot, I'm going to use either a 3/0 or I'm going to get me one of them Victor hooks, flipping hooks by Jeremy May. It's a Mayhem flipping hook. It's a great flipping hook. It's solid, it's stout. It's anything you need. I'm an honor Mr. Coonhead Bayou lures in this video here, because we still have some of his. They're not for sale. They're more of an honorary thing that I keep in my shop. He's a really great guy that worked with me and supplied our store when it first opened here at Simple Cranking. So I'm gonna get me a crawl. So I'm gonna take my Victor Hooks EWG 5/0 hook. I'm gonna line it up just like this to where that bend of the curve is. Once I see my line, I'm gonna put it to there, come out with it. Pull it all the way up till it disappears. Just like that, right? So now I'm gonna size it up. So that's where I'm gonna put, right here where this bend is where I'm gonna put that. So what this allows me to do is become weedless. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit and let it go. And it's gonna hide that, but it's gonna keep it big enough to expose that hook. I actually hooked myself just a second ago. So that is how I set up my Victor hook, EWG 5/0 hook, with my 50-pound braid for my flipping around heavy cover. This is how I set it up. Y'all stay tuned. We're gonna keep it simple, keep it cranking here at Simple Cranking, and check out our YouTube at Simple Cranking, as well as my personal kayak fishing career page at Seth Nelson Kayak Fisherman. Thank you. You have a great day.